This is going to be on order of operations and on working vertically. So, the order of operations, many of you have probably heard of PEMDAS, and if you can use that properly, then that's fine. I'm going to change it a little bit because there's some things that aren't really covered well when we use PEMDAS. So, the biggest thing here is grouping symbols. Instead of just parentheses, I'm going to say grouping symbols. And this includes parentheses, it includes brackets, okay? And it also includes things like a fraction bar. That's a grouping symbol. Like if I have this, I shouldn't put an X there, sorry. There. If I have that, this is a grouping symbol. That fraction bar is a grouping symbol. And those are probably the big things. We might get to some square root symbols later in the year, but those are the big ones: parentheses, brackets, and a fraction bar. But a fraction bar is a big one that we want to make sure we pay attention to. So once you've done what is ever inside the grouping symbols, then we can do exponents, which is the same as what before. And then multiplication and division. We do multiplication and division together from left to right. Now, we talked about in a different video how you can rewrite every division expression as a multiplication expression. And if you do that, then all you have to worry about is the multiplication. Okay. And then we do addition and subtraction together from left to right. And again, if we change all of our subtraction to addition, then we don't have to worry about that anymore. And we can just add when we need to after we've finished multiplying. Okay. All right. Let's do an example. Okay. So we have this expression 3 plus 4 times, right? Remember, if a number is right next to a set of parentheses, then that also means multiplication. So in this situation, these parentheses are acting as a grouping symbol, and they're also acting as a multiplication symbol. So they're doing double duty here. So 3 plus 4 times the quantity, that's how we read that, of 7 minus 5 with that quantity squared. Okay. So when you do work like this, I want you to work vertically. You're going to show one step at a time. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is work inside my grouping symbols. So the 3 stays the same, the 4 stays the same. I'm still going to need to multiply. And whatever I get in here, I'm still going to have to raise it to the second power. So I do 7 minus 5, and I get 2. Okay. And notice how this is pretty much the same as that, except I've simplified this thing here. So I've done inside the grouping symbols to simplify it to 2. And then I write that there. Then I need to do, there's nothing left in the grouping symbol. So there's a 2 inside of here, but there's no operations in here. So I'm done with my grouping symbols. Now I'm going to go to exponents. So this stays the same. And then I do 2 to the power of 2, or 2 squared, and I get 4. Okay. Now I need to remember do multiplication before addition. So 3 plus 16. And then finally, I can just add those because that's all that's left, 19. Okay, so this is working vertically, and I want you to practice doing this. This is, one, it keeps things organized. You are able to see what's happening from step to step. So this is a good way for you to be able to go back and check. This is a good way for me to be able to check what you did and where errors might be in your thinking. And it's kind of a standard way of communicating. So there are certainly other ways to do it, but this is sort of a standard, and it's also very organized and easy to follow. So I think it's really important that we practice and get in good habits. So I want you to do this. Some people call this the triangle method because it kind of looks like a triangle where it's coming down to a point. Okay. So this is using the order of operations and working vertically.